Hi, everyone. I just wanted to come on here and share a little bit about my journey with Oracle decks. And yeah, just something to share, maybe inspire you to try them if you have or have not. I know a lot of people are curious about them. And I was for many, many years, like very curious about them, but kind of like standoffish for whatever reason. And I I want to say, I think it was during COVID actually. I had a friend that was staying with us in this house on our property, and her morning practice incorporated Oracle deck. And I was like very curious. I remember going over there one morning and she's like, "Oh, pick a card." And I was like, "Okay," and I was like nervous. And it was just really fascinating to me how it really resonated with me. It really like hit the spot for me. So my curiosity was like really sparked at that moment in time. And I decided to buy actually the same Oracle deck. um, the Oracle deck was by Rebecca Campbell. I have since actually gifted that same deck to my sister um, because it just meant so much to me. And I did a reading for her at one point in time, and I was just like, I think it's time for these to move on to someone else. And I got Rebecca's next deck. But so yeah, I just want to talk about that experience of like starting to use the Oracle deck and really connecting to myself more. And what happened for the first month, I was pulling the same card every day. Like it was kind of creepy. Like it got to a point where I was like, "Are you kidding?" And I remember being like, "No." And I'd shuffle the deck again and I'd pull the same card. So then I was like, okay, I'm not listening to whatever the card is saying, right? I noticed I would like pull the card and look at it and read it and be like, yeah, okay. And then that was it. Didn't think of it the rest of the day. And then the next day would come and like I'd do it. And then I'd think about it a little bit more. And then it kept coming up. I kept pulling this card. So I was like, okay, let me like sit with this. Let me journal and like see what's coming up. And then finally, I shifted through something or brought something to my attention, or it showed me another way to look at life. Those are just examples of things that I've gained from using them. And then in, I think it was at the end of or the beginning of 2021, a couple of girlfriends and I were getting together and just holding space for each other. And then three of us, myself and two other women, created this space. It was like a little, we didn't like go into it as like we're creating a yoga studio, but that's just kind of what happened. Um, so as I was teaching there, and when we opened the space, one of the women brought this deck. Okay. It's called The Secret Language of Light. And she was like, this is the studio deck. I'm gonna leave it here and we could all use it, right? And we pulled a card that day, and I should have looked, I have a picture of it to see what card we pulled, but it was like spot on, right? To like what we were doing, that new chapter in our journey together and with this space. And when I started teaching my weekly classes, I felt really called to start pulling cards. And that was the first time I started using the Oracle deck outside of my own personal practice. And it was every time I pulled a card, it like went with whatever came through, whatever messages I was speaking to during class, or it just resonated with every single person, even though we are all going through different things, right? And it was really cool and really fun to share. There would be some times, I'm not gonna lie, I'd like flip the card and be like, no one's gonna connect to this, right? Like this is irrelevant. And it wasn't irrelevant at all. So I have been transitioning into a nomadic lifestyle since September. It's now January, the middle of January. And I haven't taught in person in months. And I miss it. Like I really, really miss it. And I'm trying to figure out like how I'm, moving forward. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna teach in person? I love teaching in person. And then also starting to teach online more. So I was talking to a friend the other day and I was telling her about my experience and my pull towards like really expanding my work with Oracle deck and now moving into tarot. And it's kind of scary to share that with the world. But I decided to start sharing about it. She really inspired me to take the first step in doing that. And this is me doing that. So I recorded a video earlier of the card I pulled from this deck for just the week ahead, right? Like take it or leave it. It might resonate with you, it might not. But it might spark curiosity, right? So I wanted to share that card that I pulled as well on here. And that card is the meditation card. So I'm going to read, right, what it says. And maybe it'll resonate with you. Maybe it'll spark some interest in meditation or oracle decks. Okay, so meditation. Love and master your emotions. It is time to begin or resume a meditation practice. Gently reflect on how far you have come. Emotional mastery means choosing to be in charge of your life by adjusting your emotions, ideas, and intellect to something that feels easier and softer. This discipline will liberate you by opening a door into the tranquility and wisdom of your soul's love. You can't go beyond limitations while you are still focused on them. Meditate by focusing on something that brings you joy, such as having a massage, playing with your pets, spending time with your children, or creating art. There is no right or wrong way to meditate. It is just a gentle shift in your attention away from the physical world and into a world of infinite possibilities. Meditation is a way of resetting your energy that brings you into a neutral space from where you can move forward. Your life experiences have led you here. Allow them to be the catalyst that creates joy and freedom. So when I pulled that card, I thought it was interesting because a lot of people I've actually conversated with in the last week have shared with me that they like really want to get back to their meditation practice or that they need to start one. Or one woman, dear friend I talked to yesterday, was really grateful that she had started a meditation / mindfulness practice because it really helped her through something really tragic that happened, right? So meditation's a really great tool. I've been meditating regularly for years, and it really changed my life. Honestly, it really helped me to first and foremost form a relationship with myself, get to know myself better, and really just like accept myself, accept others, find more compassion. It helped me release some anxiety as well. And I just feel like I'm a much nicer person through having a meditation practice. I'm way more patient. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy this video, and please comment, like let me know if this resonated with you or if it sparks interest in starting a meditation practice, because I am here to share as much as I can. Okay, thank you everyone. Enjoy your day.